Twisted 1.21 is right around the corner. People thinking even this weekend. We're gonna dive into all the leaks and see what's coming in the next update. So, leaks have been many things, like new TIV designs, new vehicle designs, and so much more. There's been videos and of the new current vehicles coming to 1.21. There's new models for vehicles. There's some upgrades and some changes coming with certain models, like the doghouse, which now has the screening around the camera in the back, which is a lot of things to come. I'll put in some photos. There's new Dom 1. There's a lot actually. The turret, it's different. They changed it. The interior of many vehicles have changed from 1.20, which looks very nice. Even vehicles like the Vortex probe truck have a new design in the back where you hold the probes, where the back panels open, in which the design looks very nice to make it look like the real thing instead of just the back opening. A new thing with the TIV 2 is it now has the back flap as an older TIV model, so it no longer has the spikes in the back, which honestly I like that better. It makes the design feel like more of an intercept vehicle instead of just having it just be spikes. It's like improves the design of it, which also I think the mezzanette changed, which I honestly do like how that looks. The new TIV design looks very nice, especially with the new turret in the back. Not in the back, just in the camera turret thingy. Another thing with the TIV is that it's going to have a new livery on the side. It's not just going to be plain old gray. It's actually going to have the actual storm chaser thing on the side, like the current TIV that has been chasing in the United States. You'll have the live storm chasers with actual sponsors on front of it or on the back area. This might just be a design for like a custom, which we'll see once it drops, but we could have two variants of the TIV, which honestly I just realized that because this current design has back spikes, but I don't know if this is a actual design that's going to be in the game or a mod car. The final thing I noticed with the TIV is the interior of it. It is going to have a new interior with some handles, and in this photo you can actually see like the interior. It's like there's some AC vents, there's speedometers, or like some other things. There's a computer on a holder, like you can see in like the Dom 3, which we've seen that many times. There's a screen actually, so we will see a new interior. I don't think much in the back as from what I can see in a leak, but it's definitely going to look different in the front if this design is not a mod car and gonna be in the actual game, because with one of the photos we have a limited view of just the handles, but which it is definitely different. Another change with the vehicle is the Dominator 2, which it looks like to have a new sleeker design and look more like the real thing, in which honestly I like it a lot more. It's not as boxy as it is. It's more detailed on the inside and outside, which has the different color things, and like it's bent inwards, it looks like, so it matches the real life Dominator 2 and has more ceiling from the looks of it, but we'll see in the actual update. The new Dominator 2 also seems to go 110 miles per hour instead of 100 miles per hour, so a new top speed for that vehicle in the upcoming update, which I like to see because 100 miles per hour with this map, it's starting to go slow since the TIV 2 has also been increased from 105 to 110, I believe also, which many vehicles might have been changed, but that's all we have seen from now with views from people recording and playing 1.21 testing mode. There are many new things coming to Twisted 1.21. Probe redesigns, a new GUI, tail clouds, customizable vehicles, and more. We will dive into all of these things me and Grizo found from videos released on 1.21. There are around 22 new additions from 1.20 to 1.21 me and Grizo found. First, we're going to talk about the map changes and new lighting engine. On the map side, not really much has changed from 1.20 from the radar view standpoint. One really interesting thing we can see though is that Prior Lake has expanded. Prior Lake looks like to have expanded past Highway 41 around the full northeast side of the lake that Prior Lake is next to. Another addition to 1.21 is a new lighting system for the sky, vehicles, and everything else using the light, like the sun. This system will make the game feel brighter overall and make the game look a lot nicer compared to older versions like 1.20, 1.19, and so on. Now we are going to talk about the new type of storms and clouds that are changing, same with new meshes for the tornadoes to have nicer looking formations than the current tornadoes. With this change, there will be more lean storm formations and tail clouds being added to the game associating with the storms. On the tornado side, new meshes for a different type of tornadoes will be added, same with newer dust clouds for when a tornado is touching down or on the ground. With this, more deviant motion is to be expected with the newer type of storms in 1.21. Another thing with the new storm is that the new rain wrap and multi-vortex tornadoes will be added to 1.21. The rain wrap is now thicker than it used to be, making it hard to see the tornado, while the multi-vortex tornadoes got a new meshes like the other tornadoes to make it look nicer. These changes will make all the tornadoes and the whole storm formation look a lot nicer and make the game more scary when you don't see the tornado coming head on to you. Now, with an addition for vehicles in the dealership is that you're able to customize your vehicles that are not interceptors. With this, you're able to change the wheel offset, lift height, and shocks. You are able to also change the tires and rims. This could, in theory, be able to make your cars go faster on roads or faster on the dirt. It will cost a decent amount of money though to customize your vehicles if you're going to customize more than one, so prepare the wallet. In my opinion, this is a huge change coming to 1.21, so you can have your own vehicle and not the same thing as everyone else. That will give you a better advantage than the other storm chasers. With the warehouse vehicles, some changes and remodeling has happened, which we discussed early in the video. But something that caught me and Grizo's eyes was probe redesigns, which people have been wanting for years now. These new probes look a lot nicer than the older models' probes. Each probe comes with a mesonet, and the design of the probe looks a lot nicer. These probes will look a bit brighter and glossier than the other probes to make it easier to see. Another thing with the interceptors is that now you have to manually deploy it by clicking each button. So it would go, for the TIV2, it'd go airbags. We would then get the left flap, right flap, front flap, and the spikes, or the back flap, depending on what variant of the TIV you have. This will make it a lot more challenging to deploy, so you don't just press one button and it does all the work for you, so you have to manually do it and make the game more suspense, so if you didn't deploy it right or in time. I feel like this could have some good and bad, but it'll make the game more realistic. Plus is that now they bounce. They bounce on the dirt roads like it is a very bumpy dirt road. This change isn't really a major change, just making the game look more realistic when you're driving on the dirt road, which could make it harder to chase while you're on dirt roads. This will probably slow you down when you are driving on the dirt roads though, so be prepared. Another change in 1.21 is a new GUI for your speed, deployment, and thermos. All of these new GUIs replace the old ones used in previous versions and are smaller so you can maximize your view while driving around. These new GUIs are more compact with buttons on top of the speedometer, which you can click or press a certain button on your keyboard. With the new thermos, it is much more compact so you don't have to change the page to view the photograph or the direction at the same time. In my opinion, I really like the new GUI, and it will help make recording look a lot better without having to be in cinematic mode so you can see how fast you're driving and where you are going. So in conclusion of this dive into what we have seen in videos of 1.21, that it's going to be a major change to a more realistic changing from what me and Grizo found. We covered almost everything we saw in 1.21 videos that have changed from 1.21 or 1.20 to 1.21. This update is going to be huge, and not just the game standpoint. The only reason I'm here is because of this update, and same with many more players and content creators are coming back to Twisted because of this update. Well, hope you enjoyed the video, and hope to see you again.
Chicken.